From women born with features so rare they baffle modern science, to men whose appearances seem almost otherworldly, these are the unbelievable stories of the 15 rarest people on Earth. Each person on this list is living proof that beauty doesn't follow any standard mold and that real uniqueness can't be faked or copied. Every face, every form, and every detail you're about to see breaks the norm and rewrites what we think we know about human diversity. What you're about to witness isn't some fairy tale twist. It's raw, real, and just ridiculous. So, let's start off with Number 15. Carly Runke. This 25-year-old restaurant hostess from New Jersey was born with Morio syndrome type A, which is basically a pretty rare form of dwarfism that leaves her height at just 3 feet, nearly a full foot shorter than most with the same condition. From an early age, Carly faced non-stop ridicule from the world. She was called ugly, mocked for her size, and treated unfairly. But she never let it control her. Determined to break every stereotype, she pursued modeling, walking the runway at a Little People of America event, proudly shining on her own terms. Beyond the spotlight, Carly co-founded the Little Carly Foundation with her brother to raise money and visibility for others with dwarfism. She's also undergone over 30 surgeries, from spine operations to trachea reconstruction and joint procedures. Despite every hurdle, she stands strong, living by her motto, "Don't even try and stop me." Carly's not just surviving, she's proving that power, perseverance, and self-worth don't come from size, they come from soul. Number 14. Vienna Verstel. Vienna is a 25-year-old transgender content creator based in Mallorca. Over the past 5 years, she's poured around $175,000 into cosmetic procedures, with a staggering $50,000 going exclusively toward lip fillers. Her aesthetic journey began at 18, right when she became legally eligible, and quickly spiraled into a drive to achieve a hyper-feminine appearance. To maintain her dramatically enlarged lips, Vienna undergoes filler sessions every 2 to 4 weeks, sometimes weekly, flying from Mallorca to Frankfurt, where she swears by her go-to extreme lip surgeon. But this level of modification has brought complications. Vienna now has trouble breathing through her nose, can't fully shut her mouth, and often wakes with a sore throat, requiring a medicated mouthwash to keep her gums intact. Yet she remains determined, planning to nearly double her lip volume and already preparing for a nose job and cat-eye lift. Critics mock her look, calling it ugly or excessive, but Vienna shrugs it off as envy. To her, this is identity, not vanity. Number 13. Amina. Amina was born in a remote village with a rare and severe facial deformity. She has no eyes, no nose, and breathes solely through her mouth. From the very beginning, she stood out. People in her community didn't know how to process her appearance, and many still don't. But her story isn't about pity, it's about resilience. Amina grew up facing fear, rejection, and major physical hardship. Yet through unwavering love from her family and support from those closest to her, she found a way to keep living a full life. Over the years, she underwent many surgeries to improve her health and function. But what sets her apart isn't survival. It's her strength to fight the stigma around disability. Amina has become a quiet icon of hope for people with visible differences. Her life was featured in a documentary by Aframax English, spotlighting not just her struggle, but her grace. Amina is proof that real beauty lives in how you carry what you were given. Number 12. Connie Chiu. Connie was born in Hong Kong and grew up in one of the crowded housing estates during the 1970s. Because of her albinism, the intense summer sun caused her great discomfort, and her family decided to move to Sweden when she was 7. There, she was better protected from the harsh heat. Connie began her modeling career in the early 1990s, entering the industry at age 24. Her big break came when French designer Jean-Paul Gaultier noticed her striking black and white photograph and invited her to model in his shows. From there, she appeared on runways, magazine covers, and music videos. Now in her 40s, she balances modeling with her passion for jazz singing, performing in clubs across Europe. Connie remains recognized as the world's first albino fashion model, admired for breaking barriers in an industry that often ignores differences. Her career represents resilience, artistry, and the power of unique beauty. Number 11. Lila Woodard. Lila, aka Elastic Lila, is a contortionist, aerialist, and foot archer whose body moves like it's made of silk. Born in 2006 in Santa Barbara, her flexibility showed up early. By 6, she was already folding, twisting, and stretching in ways that made jaws drop. She joined Le Petit Cirque, an all-youth humanitarian circus troupe, where she mastered aerial silks, contortion, hand balancing, and foot archery. Yes, shooting arrows with her feet. At just 11, she performed at the Nobel Peace Prize concert in Oslo, Norway, stunning the world with flawless aim and unreal control. She's also appeared on shows like Little Big Shots, Pickler and Ben, and Home and Family, gaining a reputation as one of the most gifted young performers anywhere. Beyond performance, she's a peace advocate, serving as youth spokesperson for the Nuclear Age Peace Foundation. Whether airborne or arched in half, Lila uses her body not just for show, but for purpose. Number 10. Avon Dugas. Avon Dugas from Louisiana holds the Guinness World Record for the largest natural afro. Her massive hairstyle measures 10 inches high, 10.2 inches wide, and an astonishing 5.4 feet in circumference. She first earned the record in 2010 and won again in 2021. Her journey began when her sister uploaded a photo of her online, and someone suggested she apply for the world record. Avon had already been growing her hair naturally for more than 2 decades, having stopped using chemical straighteners in 1999. For years, she endured jokes and criticism, but eventually, public attitudes shifted as natural hair movements grew stronger. Today, she proudly embraces her style, styling it herself while only needing occasional trims. Avon has become a symbol of empowerment for women embracing their natural roots. Her giant afro isn't just a record. It's a statement of heritage, resilience, and beauty, worn with pride for the world to see. Number 9. James Young. This gamer from Britain became the recipient of one of the most advanced prosthetic limbs ever built. After losing an arm in a train accident, he was selected for the Alternative Limb Project, which designed a custom bionic arm inspired by the Metal Gear Solid video game series. The arm wasn't just functional, it was futuristic. It included a miniature drone that could detach and fly, a USB port for charging devices, a flashlight triggered by wrist movement, and even a screen for displaying images or messages. The collaboration brought together engineers, designers, and artists to create something both practical and unique. James's arm gave him new freedom, helping him carry out daily tasks while also reflecting his personality and interests. In interviews, he said the prosthesis gave him back his confidence and identity. His story highlights how technology and creativity can merge to create prosthetics that feel more like extensions of the self. Number 8. Sidney de Carvalho Mesquita. Sidney, also famously known as Tio Chico, is a Brazilian man famous for a bizarre talent. He held the Guinness World Record for farthest eyeball pop, male. Sidney can protrude his eyes 0.71 inches beyond his sockets. He discovered this strange ability at age 9 while making funny faces in the mirror. Over time, it became more than a party trick. It turned into a record-breaking skill. In 2022, he was officially recognized for his eye-popping feat. Sidney can hold the bulge for about 20 to 30 seconds, during which he temporarily loses vision and feels a dry, burning sensation, though no pain. He claims the ability runs in the family and credits both genetics and divine blessing. Online, fans call him Tio Chico, a nickname inspired by Uncle Fester from the Addams Family. Though Williams Martin Sanchez Lopez beat his record in 2024 with a 19mm pop, Sydney remains a standout in the world of extreme body records. Number 7. Ji Yeon-woo. Ji is a retired South Korean pro bodybuilder who shattered norms and rewrote beauty ideals. As a teen, she described herself as shy, fragile, and burdened by depression and severe social anxiety. But everything changed at age 26 when she discovered weight training, a move that transformed her life entirely. Within a few short years, she was dominating the circuit, winning the 2010 Korea YMCA event, the Muscle Beach International Figure Open, and placing in national competitions. Her career breakthrough came in 2013 when she claimed first place at the Arnold Classic Europe Women's Physique Division, making her the first South Korean woman ever to earn an IFBB Pro card. That historic win launched her into the international spotlight, with strong finishes at the Vancouver Pro and New York Pro shows. On Korean TV, she was nicknamed Muscle Barbie, celebrating her rare balance of power, proportion, and elegance. Now retired, Ji motivates thousands through fitness coaching and self-discipline advocacy. Number 6. Sarah Gertz. This beautiful model from Minnesota is known for her visibly wrinkled skin, which is the result of a rare genetic disorder called dermatosparaxis Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. Diagnosed at 10, Sarah discovered she was one of only a handful of people worldwide with this condition. The disorder prevents her body from producing collagen correctly, leaving her skin fragile and loose. Growing up, she felt ashamed, often hiding her body and struggling with insecurities. Over time, however, she began embracing her appearance, using modeling and social media as platforms for acceptance. Today, Sarah is celebrated for her raw beauty and courage, challenging conventional ideas of what it means to look perfect. She shares her story openly, hoping to inspire others living with visible differences. Her Instagram posts highlight her confidence and vulnerability, creating a new standard of authenticity. Instead of hiding, Sarah has chosen to stand out, proving that beauty comes in forms society once overlooked or make fun of. Number 5. Yao Defen. Yao Defen was born in a small village in China and stood head and shoulders above everyone, like, we mean, for real. She was officially declared the tallest living woman on Earth, reaching a height of 7 feet 8 inches. Her enormous size wasn't due to genetics, but a tumor on her pituitary gland that caused a condition called gigantism. The tumor triggered abnormal levels of growth hormone, leading to her massive stature. Life at that height wasn't easy. Yao faced constant joint pain, heart problems, and difficulty walking. Medical care was limited due to her family's financial situation, and her condition required continuous monitoring. Despite the daily health struggles, Yao never lost her positive spirit. Her towering presence drew international attention, not only for its physical rarity, but for her strength and determination. She was celebrated by many as a symbol of resilience. Yao Defen's story stands tall, both literally and figuratively, showing how the human spirit can rise, no matter how heavy the burden. Number 4. Matthew Nagel. Matthew Nagel made history in 2004 when he became the first person to control a computer cursor using only his thoughts. After a stabbing injury in 2001 left him paralyzed from the neck down, Matthew volunteered for experimental technology called the BrainGate system. A tiny implant was placed in his brain to detect signals that normally would have controlled his arm and hand. These impulses were then translated by computer software into actions on a screen. Matthew was able to move a cursor, open emails, play simple games, and even turn on a television. His groundbreaking trial proved that brain-computer interfaces could restore independence to people with paralysis. Though Matthew passed away in 2007, His contribution remains foundational in neuroscience. His bravery helped pave the way for future developments in neural engineering, offering hope for those with spinal cord injuries and conditions like ALS. His legacy continues in advancing human-computer connections. All right, now, let's move to number 3. Tom Leopard. Tom, often called the Leopard Man of Skye, was once recognized by Guinness World Records as the world's most tattooed man. A former British soldier, Tom served in the Royal Navy, the Parachute Regiment, and the SAS before leaving military life. In the early 1980s, he began tattooing his body entirely in leopard-like spots until nearly every inch of skin was covered. His transformation into Leopard Man gained international attention, making him one of the most famous tattooed individuals on Earth. For more than 2 decades, he lived alone in a stone cottage on the Isle of Skye in Scotland, without electricity or running water, enjoying solitude. Later, he moved into a small flat in Broadford. While he never revealed exactly what inspired his leopard transformation, many believe he had a lifelong fascination with the animal. Tom Leopard remains a legendary figure in tattoo culture, remembered for his extreme devotion to body art. Number 2. Shin Hyomyoung. Shin Hyomyoung from South Korea looks like a boy in middle school, but his ID card tells another story. Born in 1989, Shin is actually 31 years old. His unusual appearance is caused by Highlander syndrome, a condition so rare that very little is known about it. Unlike progeria, which causes premature aging, Highlander syndrome drastically slows down physical development. Shin stopped visibly aging as a teenager. His voice remained high, his features youthful, and his height froze at 1.63 meters. Despite his boyish look, Shin has lived as normally as possible, making friends, dating, and enjoying social life. He admits the condition can be challenging, but he doesn't allow it to control him. Medical researchers continue to study his case in hopes of learning more about aging. Shin Hyomyoung's life offers a glimpse into one of the rarest biological mysteries and proves that appearance never defines maturity or character. Number 1. Vivian Wheeler. Vivian from the U.S. holds the Guinness record for the longest beard on a woman, measuring over 10 inches. But her facial hair isn't just a record, it's a lifetime story of self-acceptance. Vivian was born with hypertrichosis, a rare condition that causes excessive hair growth. As a child, she faced bullying, rejection, and even shame from her own family. Her mother forced her to shave regularly, trying to hide the condition. It wasn't until adulthood that Vivian found the strength to let her beard grow. She worked in circus sideshows as the bearded lady, which gave her a sense of belonging she never had. Her life wasn't without heartbreak. She also lost her son. But through grief, Vivian embraced her uniqueness. When she was finally recognized by Guinness, it wasn't just a personal win, it was a global message about identity. Vivian's story is about strength, acceptance, and proudly owning what the world once told her to hide. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.